Basically, for me, I'm driven by fast change. I desire to see change. So I joined the media industry at a time when digital media was just vaguely known. So I always wanted to, go beyond the traditional newsroom policies and stuff. So that is first what fueled me and my desire to get into the digital space. And I'm glad that one of the publications that I got an opportunity to write for, where I currently also work as a digital editor, is the Kenya Forum Online. And how the Kenya Forum came about was because we used to go beyond what has been highlighted in the media, the big stories, and do analysis of issues. So that is one of the things that really fueled my desire to get into the digital space. And secondly, when it comes to spearheading social change, I wanted to be in a platform where I am able to have an impact in the community, tell stories to the common mwananchi, document stories of people's issues, and also help them find solutions. And we've seen the digital media give us this, where someone is just able to share about their predicaments on their Facebook or Twitter or even WhatsApp, and we've seen people manage to get help out of that. We've also seen, in terms of social change, we've seen how digital media has disrupted how business is done, and especially when it comes to the youth entrepreneurs. When people would need so much money, like 300,000 to just get an ad in the Star in the Nation, nowadays you just need 1,000 bob of some sponsored Facebook ads, and you're good to go. So this is again one of the major things that fueled me to go on the digital space. And lastly, the ability to connect, to network with people across the globe. You can be here in Kenya and you're even working or even connecting with other peers in across the continent thanks to the web. So that is what inspired me, Alphonse. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I think I will agree, or rather, just reinforce what my fellow panelists have said, Kevin and Janet. Basically, when it comes to social media and personal branding, for me, your social media should basically communicate. It should basically be a platform that documents your identity. Like if I'm looking at your, for instance, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I should be able to know who Alphonse is and what Alphonse is all about. So those two things are just crucial for anyone who has a social media account right now, because we are living in a world where people value the statement, do you know a person that can da 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 da? So sometimes that person will not be someone you've met in person. They can be someone who's just connected with you on your social media platforms. So it's very important that people identify, or rather, people go out of their way to ensure that their social media platforms just speak about who they are, what they do, especially for someone who's really keen on developing their personal and professional brands. The other thing I will talk about is the area about niching your market, which is something I think Janet also mentioned. When you've identified yourself as a brand in a particular area, then that is what you communicate about in your platforms. So people are able to see that and say, I know Winnie, she's passionate about youth matters and media advocacy in a nutshell. And so in the event that there's even a forum, and this is something that has personally occurred to me, I've gotten so many opportunities related to my areas of interest. As I mentioned earlier in my introduction, I'm not just a media personality and I just dwell on telling stories and that's it. For me, I'm really passionate about social change. And so, how I've packaged myself as a brand online is one of the areas that have helped me really connect with people and organizations who are in that specific niche. So, that is quite crucial. And the last bit, it's when it comes to networking. Like once you're a recognized brand on social media, it becomes easy to network with other people in the same fields as you are, or even in other fields as well.